A grim day of testimony on the first day of the so-called House of Horrors murder trial. Russell Tillis is accused of killing and dismembering Joni Gunter and then burying her on his Southside property. Police say Tillis also kept saws, containers of acid, booby traps, and razor blades on his property. News 4 Jax reporter Scott Johnson joins us live after spending the day in the courtroom. Scott.
Kent, this is all hinged on a jailhouse confession from a couple years ago that Russell Tillis made to another inmate who was wearing a wire. They just played that audio here in court. We want to warn you, this is him describing how he planned to dispose of Joni Gunter's body. It is disturbing to hear.
I told him, I said, look, man, I'll kill her, but you cut her up.
Yeah, I was about to say he would have had to do his own dirty work.
I said, I'll kill her, but you got to cut her up, man. I don't have time, and it takes about 4 or 5 hours to do that, to cut her up and package her so I can move her.
Yeah.
Now, since he made that recording, Tillis has changed his tune. He's now saying he made up that story. He never killed her. Now that he's at his murder trial, here's a little more of what happened in court all day long. Prosecutors laid out their gruesome case, saying Russell Tillis would chain Joni Gunter up in his home, selling her out in a sex trafficking operation.
He admitted in shocking detail how he trafficked in her flesh by selling her to friends so they could have sex with her for money that he profited from.
They say he killed Gunter and used a tool called a sawzall to dismember her, burying her in 4 spots around his property. Much of this is based on a jailhouse confession to another inmate who was wearing a wire, but now Tillis is claiming he made it up. Tillis was facing 30 years on unrelated charges. At the time, he claims he wanted to die and made up the gruesome story about Gunter's murder. However, those charges have expired. Now, not wanting to be convicted, he's claiming that he knew he was being recorded and made it all up. Prosecutors are portraying Tillis as a man who would take advantage of vulnerable women, rape, and even imprison them. That included a woman who testified she was a drug-addicted prostitute at the time.
I did some heroin, and I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I was chained to the bed.
And when you say you were chained to the bed, what part of your body was chained?
My ankle.
Your ankle?
Mm-hmm. The logging chain around it and a master lock.
Tillis has been known for a lot of hijinks in the courtroom since his court proceedings started. Today, he was at it again, putting in motions to try and fire his lawyer and even have the judge removed from his case. So far, he has not had any luck, and the trial continues tomorrow. We're live downtown at the courthouse. Scott Johnson, Channel 4, the local station.